Give it a minute. You are good to go.
Okay. We can call the meeting to order, 7:01. Let's do our pledge of allegiance. Get the flag in order. Okay. You got? Oh, great, yes.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call.
Commissioner Davey. Commissioner Dillon.
Here.
Commissioner Goodyear.
Here.
Commissioner Marissa Lindsay. Commissioner Paul Lindsay.
Here.
Chairman Rennie.
Here.
Commissioner Rosa.
Yes.
Commissioner Rossini LaPierre.
Here.
Commissioner Stan. You all set?
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Can I get a motion for the approval of the minutes?
So move.
Second?
Second, Ham Gobea.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Wonderful. We have accepted the minutes. Do we have any public participation?
No one online.
No?
No.
All righty.
It's still
Just
summer, right?
entertaining enough to come in and watch, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
awesome. Congratulations.
Did you get sworn in?
Yeah, because you just talked to that and raise your hand.
Yeah, right, but you did get sworn in?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Actually, you
On
are,
paper,
you're eligible to sit. As long as you're sworn in, yes, I did not know, or I would have had the nameplate made and everything.
You don't have to ask me. Say their name up there.
That's
Come on,
fine.
man.
No, as long as you got sworn in.
Yeah,
Look at
that was
you.
yesterday.
Calling people out in the audience, just you're bam, you're part of the board.
You went through all the motions.
It's very
Okay.
dangerous to sit in the audience here.
So what is your name, if we may?
Jonathan Galligan.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. Sorry.
Go by Jonathan or John?
Jonathan.
Okay.
Thank you.
All righty.
Welcome.
Do we have any Chamber of Commerce report from Miss Kathy?
I actually do not.
Okay.
I've taken a couple vacations in the past several weeks and have not made it to chamber.
Sounds good.
So I guess just a brief reminder that we have the Waterfall Festival coming up the 28th.
That's a great reminder because that is a
That's
great
coming up.
town
It's a-
event.
It's a big
So
town event that goes beyond just the chamber, so anybody's welcome to participate. It's a big event for the town.
and that is Saturday, the
The
28th. Saturday, the 28th.
I believe it's from 10 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
I have to confirm that, but it is on the chamber website.
No, you're right.
And that should be a really good event. Lot of publicity. Hopefully the weather will cooperate this year. A lot of publicity for small businesses. I think in my lifetime of Newington, it has transitioned quite a bit from what it used to be and has become more of a small business showcase, which is really kind of nice.
Well, that and they have gotten many more crafters.
Yes.
So the crafters have been upped in the last few years. And it's nice because local organizations do fundraisers there that day. So I think NCTC, the
Oh.
Newington Children's Theater,
Yeah, they usually
does a
sell
booth and
pies,
sells
yeah.
stuff. And is it the band?
I think the
The
band.
band
sells
does the pies, I think.
Anyway.
Somebody does pie. We remember pie.
You remember the food.
But it's really great. And then you could, we try not to get other like food trucks and stuff so that people can just go downtown and eat
Yeah.
because we have so much great food downtown.
Support the
So
local
yes, so
businesses.
Waterfall Festival coming up.
So that's a good one.
If I may, since the Waterfall Festival's been brought up,
Yes.
just so you all are aware, our consultant will be having the first pop-up event at the Waterfall Festival.
Awesome.
We have a booth. I will be there.
Oh, wonderful.
Paul will be there, the town planner. So we will be there. So there will be, it's their first one. So there'll be some questionnaires and stuff and some engagement, community
Excellent.
engagement.
That's
Yeah, we'll make
wonderful.
sure I'm gonna be on the road there too, so.
So, we will be there and we'll see what we have.
Awesome.
That's
That's
great.
really good
Now,
to hear.
Eric, are you gonna publicize that at all, or are you just gonna?
Yep,
Okay.
there'll be some other stuff, push that out as well.
Okay, awesome.
And we'll probably put it out on the town website and I'll also put the reminder on there for the Waterfall Festival to push out on the flash
Awesome.
notice as well.
Great.
So all the details aren't finalized yet. We just got the booth yesterday, but the consultant's aware and we're good to go.
Great.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Oh,
Okay, so moving into the old business discussions on number 1 is our small business Saturday. Do we wanna, from now on, call that like passport?
yeah, I think. we should change that.
Just to, what are we calling it? Explore Newington?
The EDC Explore Newington Passport.
Okay. So we thought explore was a nice, instead of shop or, so explore Newington because people don't have to buy in order to get a stamp on the passport. You just have to go to the small business and say, hey, we're doing the passport. Can you guys stamp it? And then they have the opportunity to go from there, right? Yeah, here you go. We're doing this deal. We're doing this.
Here's
if
a
you
$5
wanna-
coupon, whatever they want to do.
Yes. So where did we go with the dates?
Okay, the dates are officially November 24th through December 8th.
So we decided to do a couple weeks. That's a Sunday to a Sunday, is that right?
Correct. Do you want me just to read off the doc?
Go for it.
Okay. So those are the dates. The purpose is to bring awareness and traffic in, this is directed towards the businesses, to bring awareness and traffic into your business while creating a community positive event during the holiday season. We will provide you with printed copies of the passport and also share a downloadable link. The guidelines, businesses have to be signed up to participate. Number 2, your business name and location will be added to the passport. 3, the community will be coming into your business to obtain a stamp. It's your choice to offer a special or a coupon. We will provide you with 2 stamps. Then the rest of the form is email, business name, address, phone number, email, and social media handles. And that's it.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions about that? Do you want to add anything else?
We know what it looks like in our head. Does anybody want us to explain it further?
Well, it's just a Google Doc for them
But
to
what
sign
we're
up, right? Is that
visualizing,
what you mean?
What we're anticipating.
Right.
Okay,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
like at other functions where you can, the goal is to get more people into small businesses in town.
Absolutely.
Not everything is a buy thing. So maybe it's gonna be, Paul Muska has the, Edward Jones. Tiffany, yes, we're not gonna go in and buy, well, you could go in and buy yoga classes, but they may not go in, but maybe they didn't know there was a yoga studio there.
So it would be a document, something like this. I know this is very crude, where every spot will have a place to put a stamp, a little square, circle, whatever we come up with. So it'll say Evolution Yoga, the address, and then you would come in and I would have a stamp and say, yep, here's your stamp here. You would go into Karma's Closet, find Karma's Closet, put a stamp there. So that's how it would look.
And then we're gonna give away or purchase some sort of prizes for people who complete the booklet. The goal is to just get people out in the community, maybe find stuff you didn't know existed before.
Well, we didn't put all of the rules in there yet because it depends on how many businesses we get, right? So if 20 sign up, we're not gonna make people like get all 20. I mean, we're gonna do a fill the card, go to everybody kind of prize. That'll be huge. But we don't wanna say, we don't know how many
Right.
to say, we
Participants,
don't know to say, can you go to 5 or go to 10, because we don't know how many businesses are involved yet. So we'll get into all the real nitty gritty once we get everyone's information. So right now, we just need to get this Google Doc out
And
to
see
the
who raises
business
their hand,
owners
yeah.
and see who is interested in doing it. So we know we can have the chamber put this out for us.
Mhm.
And then I think you said we could put it on the town website somewhere?
Yeah, if you push stuff out to me, we'll
Okay.
see what we can do.
So our other, even to back it up a little bit, so to make flyers, things like that, does the town have a graphic designer?
We don't really have a graphic designer.
Okay.
I'm sure we can get stuff printed for you.
Okay, well, like even like designed and put together, so making flyers and things like that would be on us, and then we can always just
Well, I
go to
mean, I'm
you to
sure,
get
you
them
know,
printed.
of the group that you have, you guys can probably cobble some stuff together.
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
We didn't know if there was a professional that could
Yeah, I mean,
take it on for us, but,
not per se.
okay, cool.
Well, the alternatives, can funds be used to hire a professional?
I mean, you guys have
We
money.
have funding.
Yeah,
So, I mean, yeah, I guess you could reach out to somebody and see, or, you know, even if you have a small business graphic designer.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
that might,
So I would say for the first flyer, we can probably just do it. But once we get all the businesses involved and depending on how cool we want the passport to look, we might have to source that out.
Like I said, I can try a hand at it, you know, but if we need it, we have the money that we can hire somebody.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
just to go back really quickly, the reason why we're doing this passport is we have had success with it in the past. It's been really interesting when we've run it through the chamber, because parents would do it, like parents would bring their kids out, and it was really kind of an interactive thing.
Yeah.
And we heard so much about, oh my gosh, I drove by that business for all these years, I've never been inside. I didn't know you sold this. So that's the whole idea about,
and sometimes people are uncomfortable, like having the passport in your hand just gives you
right.
an excuse to go in and say, hi, can you stamp this for me? And then you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's a nice event, and we only did it for like a few days, so I'm interested if we do it for the 2 weeks, if that would help.
So the objective would be to promote the business. Okay, really like that.
Okay.
So let's figure out how do we not only promote the business, how we could get more people involved into the process. There is money that we could use for certain things. So let's think about if we're putting this event together, put on a good image of the town and put on the idea of working with the chamber and some of the other organizations.
Noreen, just, you know, Marissa came on a few minutes ago. Marissa Lindsay came on, so she's here. She was just late.
Hey, Marissa.
Yeah.
Hi. I was gonna say, there's extra hands there, there's definitely a baby. Okay, hello, baby. Okay, so I would say we could probably get the flyer done over the next couple weeks and just get it out in an email for everyone to kind of approve, and then we can, I mean, the Google Doc is like good to go, right?
Yeah, I believe, yeah, we
just need a basic information. So once we get out there and just start getting the businesses in, I think we'll be
My
good
next
to go.
question about this is, Eric, do we need to present like an official budget? Like, you know, budget for a passport, the printing, the designing, the stamps?
You may
like-
want to come up with an idea. I mean, like, you know,
But there's no formal process?
there's no formal process. You have money, you know, so you do have some money
Okay.
to spend. So
Are you always our go-to person?
I'm the liaison, the town liaison for this board. So yes,
You'll point us in the right direction.
yeah,
Okay,
if I can't answer it, we'll get an answer.
okay.
All right, well, I would say from now till the next meeting, it would just be getting this out and starting to get results back of who is gonna be signing up. And then by the first week of October would be next month. We can kind of see what other work we need to do. Do we need to go boots on the ground and go business to business and try to get people to sign up? Or do we kind of feel like, does that make sense? We kind of feel like enough people are signing up. Or I also said to the girls when we were talking about this, you know, give ourselves some grace. Whenever you do something for the first time, it's gonna be a learning curve, and
There might be some wrinkles or some,
yeah,
Bumps.
we'll get it ironed out for next time
Yeah.
kind of thing. So you just kind of have to do it and see what
Jump
happens
in.
sometimes,
Jump in
right?
and see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I think that should be a positive.
I think it'll be really cool. And like Tiffany said, we had done it in the past and it was something people really liked.
You know, just to thinking out loud, can we have everything ready for September 28th so we can maybe put some applications out or a link out or a QR code that says here if you want to sign up to be part of the passport?
And that flyer, I think we could have done in like a week, I
Oh, yeah.
think.
Okay.
So,
I think I
We'll
have a
get that.
tool that we can do a QR code if you want. I might be
Sure.
able to handle that part.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
but I
then we
think
can-
putting a QR code on the flyer and then people can just go right to the link, fill out the form, because it's like 5 things. We just need the basic information for
one,
your
two,
business.
you
We don't
need
need your
6
credit card number or anything, you know?
You just need 6, name, business name, address of your business, phone number, email, social media handles.
Yeah.
All right, I'll copy that from you. I can do that. Let's see if we can put that together.
All right, cool. So we'll get the flyer done in the next week or so. Definitely advertising at the Waterfall Festival would be good. Thank you,
Yeah, no,
Kathy.
great
Good
idea,
idea.
Kathy.
But we're in good shape. We're a few months out, so we should be good. All right, anything else about Small Business Saturday Passport?
I have a suggestion, since we're going to get hopefully we could get some publicity. Can we get some press releases out to the Newington town and any publications that we could have? And the town should hopefully could help us with that,
I think that's great.
or somebody's going,
Mark Janey, I can reach for Newington Life.
right.
Do we know how that usually works with town events and things? How do-
We can push it on the website. I don't know.
Okay.
Parks and Rec has their own budget, so I know they do some
do
advertising.
different things?
Yeah.
We have a budget, so we could actually run it for a couple weeks. You know.
And we don't, we don't have to put a lot of space, but any information that we're putting out, it's a plus.
Mhm.
So if we, if we just getting a New Life or some of the others, then just, that's what I'm saying, to promote the event is extremely important.
Mhm.
Is that we promote the town, promote the business, and the more we're able to get this information out,
Mhm.
the easier it will be to get our job later on.
So just to be clear, I was thinking one thing, but you're talking about once we have everything going to invite people to come participate, not the businesses, we're talking to the general public, come in and use the passport, come in and visit Newington, come check it out, come see us.
You could do both,
Both.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
trying to see everything see what the law of the land is gonna bring us.
okay.
Maybe we'll come back and say, no, we really don't want to do, but at least get some of that information. The more people that we're able to bring and to promote the town, that's the idea.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I know Mark will help us. I have a good relationship with Mark and some of the other people, so.
Okay.
Once we get the information, we could call him up and say, hey, we need some help in here, and I'm sure that it probably will do the idea.
That's
Mhm.
awesome. That'd be
Because we
wonderful.
also have, help me out with this,
A rare reminder.
that we could do that.
Mhm.
And probably some other public, we could begin to create some information on the website on some of those things.
Mhm. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, other than newspapers and social media, can we think of anywhere else? I mean, it's really gonna be, a lot of it is gonna be on the businesses that are gonna be involved too, right?
Absolutely.
We're gonna ask them to put it, like, this is an excuse for them to advertise
Absolutely.
as well. And so it's something that we're gonna print out as many as we think we need, like hardcovers, but it'll be a link that people can print out from home, or the businesses can print out if they need extra or whatever it is, so.
Yes,
We can just keep sharing it everywhere. Cause again, like the scoop, Newington Scoop.
Oh, yeah.
He
this
can
one, yeah.
do stuff like that.
Yeah, are there
Tell
any kind of
them.
e-news communications that go out?
Who does that?
Emails, or any email communications, of any kind that goes out?
So
I
the
mean,
only,
the chamber would share it for us on their email.
yeah, that's the only one that I'm aware of. I mean, and you, well, we have the town website, but we don't have town email. That might be sufficient. I mean, I suppose, so here's the other piece, we could do some flyers, participate in. Okay, flyers for the business windows too.
I think that's going, like, I don't know if we need to do that. I know we've done that with trick or treat stroll, giving the pumpkins out, but what I'm thinking is that's a one extra step for us, Kathy, because we're gonna have to divide and conquer and get out to all these businesses to give them that flyer to put on, you know?
I feel like the passport itself is the flyer, right? Like it'll have all the dates. So I mean, like somewhere like, Toasted Oat might wanna put one in the window for us. You know, to advertise.
I mean, you can
the
have,
event.
I would suspect, you know, if you get it out, something with a QR code and you blast it out to your business people, they can post it in their businesses, so, you know.
Right,
It's just gonna,
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, great. Next we had correspondence with downtown landlords, which was us just kind of asking Eric, where are we? How are we doing downtown? And I think you have something that you could probably tell us.
I did just drive by. Yeah. They were
Yeah.
working on the parking down there, filling in holes and,
yes,
So the trampoline park is not happening?
that is correct.
oh,
Correct.
I didn't hear that. Okay.
Yeah,
The,
They
the-
pulled
the
out.
it was a business decision on their part. There was a very large one that opened in East Hartford recently, and there was another one in West Hartford that opened, and another one in New Britain that's getting ready to open. So they just thought they were a little bit smaller than the three,
wow,
and they just didn't think the competition was gonna work for
Newington.
what they needed at that particular moment in time. So
And D'Amato's is going out of the plaza.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've heard various things about various people coming, going, and expanding there, so I don't know for sure, but
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
Amy's
gotcha.
my next door neighbor.
I'll take your word for it, yeah.
Yeah, she put it out on Facebook today for sure, September 27th.
Are they closing up or just relocating?
Closing it. Well, they're directing people to Glastonbury to Eric's brother.
Okay.
So that's gonna be empty as well. So we're gonna have to see what we do with that. Okay.
Otherwise, I did provide Kathy a list of, my old list of
Yes.
businesses that I canvassed in 2020 or 2021. Of all the small business areas downtown, the little corridors, the little strip plazas. So everything that was occupied, I put the name of the business in there. Probably some of them aren't there today, but it's a basis to work with.
It's good stuff. Jumping off point. Thank you for that, Eric.
Any update from Keeney?
We met with Keeney 2 weeks ago on site to review some questions they had. And we're waiting for revised plans, and they are waiting for some information from the town planner.
So is
forward.
there anything with their vision for this space that has changed? My perception, and this is just scraps of information from other things, that they're looking more for a big anchor, and they haven't committed to anybody of the smaller businesses fringing it. So are they still trying to find something bigger to put in the middle or occupy?
They didn't really talk about what as far
Okay.
as I know, their plan is still the same. It's
Okay.
the same, you know, kind of personal wellness, health, kind of
Okay.
smaller types of things like that. But, you know, obviously things change over time, and, you know, I don't know what.
We just don't know what's taking so long.
Because we've had so many small businesses in town come forward and say we
Yeah.
want to be part of it, and they won't sign anything yet, but I'm not sure if it's hard to take on all the little ones if you don't have a big anchor in there yet.
That might be part of their
Okay.
own business model. They haven't really divulged that to us.
Okay.
So I can't really speak to, I know, I mean, they're trying to finalize their parking,
Oh, that was one of the hangups. I do remember that.
because depending on their uses, they
Okay.
have so much parking is required. So if you're gonna have 5 restaurants in there, parking is 20 spaces per 1,000 square feet open to the public. That's a huge number.
So they're still
so-
worried about parking.
Huh?
So they're still worried about
Not worried
parking.
about parking, it's just the way the zoning regulations are, it's like it kind of hems them in a little bit. They can use some of the parking in the municipal parking lot because it is within 600 feet of the building and other stuff, but, you know, so there are some things, and it's really gonna depend on what uses they really want there.
So the green space that's at the end of that street,
Mhm.
is that part of the Keeney parcel, and could they pave that?
It is owned by Keeney, it is zoned differently than the Keeney building itself.
Okay.
It is zoned as Business Town Center, where the Keeney building is zoned as planned development. So so to answer your question, yes, they could. I suspect they want to hold that for some kind of future use.
Mhm.
And if you're not aware, the green space on Market Square is also owned by them. There's 2 lots, but between the Stilt building and the,
Okay.
that's also owned by them.
The dentist?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right across from me. Okay.
Yep. So, and in the past, they had talked about putting something there, opening up access, you know, to make it traversable and walkable to
That
get
would
in.
be,
there.
that would
So-
be very attractive.
So that was discussed at one point as well, so.
Okay.
All right. Fingers
Any more
crossed.
questions for Eric?
Do we want to remove the downtown landlord thing now, or do we still want to keep that on there?
I don't think that at this point that we should continue. But we could address it if you have to as, old with, new business. It comes back to it.
So that's on the back burner right now, because we're gonna be communicating with them right now.
I'll
And
tell you one of the reasons why I was keeping it on the agenda is that downtown is one of the biggest reasons that people go online and spread rumors, and I thought that once a month, it was kind of nice to just go over a couple of the big, you know, parcels, and
Whatever the
it's
town.
been back and forth so much
Yeah.
this
Love
year.
it.
I can always divulge what I can under
Right.
that topic, so.
That's all we're looking for, is sometimes I think it's good to get, you know, this is
From
the
the horse's
town's
mouth.
way of
From the
putting
horse's
it
mouth.
out there instead of rumors flying sometimes.
And then,
We can call it something else if we need to
Oh.
rename, because it's not like we're doing correspondence. That's when we were originally gonna try to
Yeah.
send them letters and things.
Yeah.
So if we want to rename it,
How about downtown updates?
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. I like that.
do you guys want that every month? I like it.
Me too.
Okay,
Hear what Eric has to spill.
Mhm.
okay, cool.
And then the only other thing is, the community room is still on schedule for October at some point, right? I can't remember the date.
I saw his sign up. It looks really nice.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, and I wanted to invite everyone. Hound and Home is doing their ribbon cutting tomorrow. So if anyone from this committee wanted to show up, that would be really nice. I think I'm gonna try to get there when I close. It starts at 5:30, but, I'll be there at like
I have a
6,
commitment in
6:30.
Middletown, about 5 o'clock tomorrow, but I'll make a point of stopping in during the day to see
Yeah.
the girls.
Maybe just us as a committee can look
Okay.
out for things like that, let each other know, and, you know, maybe we can kind of be there and make sure.
Do
that they
you
don't
want,
need anything.
so all the ribbon cuttings are handled through the chamber, or do you guys? Cause in the past, I've directed them, hey, contact the chamber, you can do a ribbon cutting kind of situation. And I know you may have to be a member or whatever, I don't.
Do you
We're
have-
not a member of the chamber. They're doing their own ribbon cutting. Like
That's fine.
I was
That's
not a
okay.
member. I did my own ribbon cutting. Like
Right.
you don't need.
I understand that, so, but so if I know of a new business, should I put them in touch with you guys, and who's gonna be that point of contact?
Do we want to officially
Oh.
start doing ribbon cuttings if
I
they're
see what you're
not part of
saying,
the
Erin.
team?
Yeah, that's all, I'm just,
I think that I think that that's something we should put on the list to talk about, honestly.
Okay, and maybe we should make it a little different than the chamber's ribbon cutting. It could be a welcome to Newington Day.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
give it a little different spin. Okay.
Just because looking at from a business perspective, from where we're sitting right now, to have to join the chamber to pay just to
Yeah.
get ribbon cutting. Maybe as a town, we need to offer.
Maybe you
that
wanna just
welcome.
call it EDC welcome, that way, you know,
Yeah.
that way you grab some people early too, and then, not that you wanna pull people away from the chamber, but,
No,
you know, it's.
Well, Kathy still being a member, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
right, I
Like,
don't
yeah.
wanna step on any toes, but at the same time, the town is happy that you're here and I still think our goal as the EDC is to kind of be cheerleaders for town.
Yes.
So
100%.
that's kind of what I think of when we do this stuff.
Agreed.
So, okay.
Yeah, I think,
So yes, Eric, let us know.
Okay.
And
Is
I would
it-
let Deanna, I don't mean to volunteer you, but.
sure, unless someone else wants to take it on.
You
I'm
know,
gonna politely say no.
I can just email the commission as a whole, and you guys can,
Perfect.
if you, somebody happens to know the business owner, then you can
That
take
too,
point
right?
or
Yeah.
whatever. So,
We can split, we can
Yeah.
divide it.
Wonderful. Okay, then we have the business questionnaire. So before we get too crazy on that, because we didn't really start, I mean, let me start over. We dipped our toe in that, and then Eric keeps reminding us that the town is doing this whole big great thing. And we don't really want to overlap that. So it would be my recommendation that we scoot that off of our agenda for now.
Great.
And
I
then
agree.
we'll be able to utilize what the town,
Right, the town is paying to have this whole,
so what I recommend is, as you know, as I said, they're going to be at the Waterfall Festival, we'll have a pop-up event, I will be there. You guys can ask them questions too, or give them thought, you know, because they're looking for feedback, you know, it's a two-way street.
right?
So if you guys have questions that you want targeted or whatever, you may just ask, you know, what do you think about this? You know,
Beautiful.
you know,
Okay.
something they may include, and, you know, they may already have some stuff, like, oh, wow, you know.
it's redundant,
Yeah.
we don't need to do it, it's.
Right.
It felt like we were doubling down on efforts. Yeah, okay.
Right,
So can you remove number 3 then?
Yep, I got it on the agenda.
Thank you, Eric.
perfect. Okay, number 4, EDC sponsored business forum. So that briefly got brought up. I don't know if it's something that we do want
I think we should
to
keep it
do
on.
and
I
visit.
think next year would be a great time, you know, get through the holidays,
Yeah.
everyone gets wacky.
Mhm.
And do it, let's come together and see who we can bring in to talk.
Okay,
Like who would you want to hear from? You know, do people want to hear from the mayor, or do people want to hear from Eric? You know what I mean? Like,
right,
so
Okay.
I think we should keep that going and
Okay.
simmering on the back burner.
okay, that
Does
makes
everybody
sense.
agree with that?
I think it's a good start. I think that we ought to have conversations with elected officials
Mhm.
and beginning to make a span of all of the things that we want to do. You know, and that first probably could be, we want to have a conversation with the mayor and then getting together with some of the other people.
Mhm.
But I think it would be extremely important to open up some of the issues that are important for the town.
Mhm.
You know, and then I think that once we had a conversation, you know, with the council and the mayor, then we understand some of the other issues. And then we could bring the chief of police and some of the other one to really understand what is going on with the town from economic point of view.
Mhm. I think that's a good point, Tiff, maybe bring it up, after the holiday
Yeah,
season,
if we're.
and we can focus on the
Yeah,
passport now.
exactly.
Let's.
And we're kind of like, I mean, we've been around a couple months, but this is kind of our first big thing, and we
First
can,
rodeo,
I like doing fun stuff first, and then we can do like all the
the business stuff.
the
later.
business forum stuff later, right?
So what I'll do is I'll leave it on discussion, you can just table it until you're ready to talk about it again,
Yes.
so that way it's there and you don't have to worry about moving. forward.
Wonderful. All right, anything else with that? All right, we're good with old business? New business? Any new business?
There isn't, I just have a point of interest note, the new town manager is coming to each board and commission meeting.
Good.
I just saw him before tonight's meeting. He wasn't gonna make it tonight, but he is planning on coming to a future meeting just to introduce himself, speak a few minutes, and if you have any questions for him.
Thank you. His
will-
name is James.
Jonathan Altschul.
Thank you.
Did I say that right? Altschul. So,
Okay. Look forward
so
to
he may
meeting
be
you.
at the October meeting. I'll see if we can, if I can wrangle him up.
That'd be great. Any other new business?
I think our focus is on Small Business Saturday, making sure that's successful.
Yeah, get over that hurdle first.
Agreed.
Okay.
Alrighty. Any public participation?
Draco 21 Isabel Terrace. I'm really happy to hear about Explore Newington and the fact that it's going to be a 2-week period, because then individuals can, maybe hit the turnpike, one day and another part of town another day. And just some thoughts for you to consider the different topics you were talking about. Publicizing it in the rare reminder. I think that's a good idea, because you'll hit, if you want to bring in people from Weathersfield or Rocky Hill or Cromwell,
Mm-hmm,
that's the vehicle to do it.
mm-hmm.
And I think, I don't know, are we an NGO or are we nonprofit? They might do it for free. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure, but these
Oh,
little,
interesting.
yeah, so you might want to, like you said, explore Newington, blah, 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 I give the dates.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, once you get like a text written up announcing it, there's, all the Facebook pages in Newington, we can get a standard blurb out, to make sure it's similar for all the Facebook pages, but you're going to get all the Newington residents through that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you might also want to, the community bulletin boards that are in the center of town and by CVS. If you contact Parks and Rec, you might want to get an announcement there.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So that'll get people both in Newington and people driving through Newington. I like the idea of having the businesses post something in their windows, because some, people wandering around and sometimes they don't, the address isn't clear or the name isn't clear. So, and I know Tiffany, you said it, because I remember that's actually where I was thinking about the pumpkins but it is a pain. But if you put the onus maybe on the business owner, because you're going to be collecting their email addresses when you solicit, then you could make up something and have them print it off rather than you having to go out and distribute it.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, display this in your window for the 2 weeks and people will be able to identify.
Yeah, you can just send them the PDF flyer and they
Yeah.
can print it, post it. It's got the QR code or whatever information you want on it.
Also, for the people, for the participants, not the participants, for the people who are going to be going with the passport, obviously it's going to have to be a paper passport because you have to have stamps. So just, how you're going to distribute that. We can do it, the library, the Chamber of Commerce, the town hall. Are you going to be able to print it off from, a QR code or whatever? So just, you should think about that, how those are going to get distributed and
We'll have,
print it
the
up.
businesses will have them. So
Mhm,
for instance, anybody coming into Karma's Closet, Deanna's gonna be standing there going, hey,
mhm.
you want a passport? So the business owners will also
Okay,
be helping us.
yeah, no, I think it's a great idea. So, if I think of anything else, I'll, contact you.
Please do.
You.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
Ideas.
Okay, any other public participation? Nobody else was online, were they?
No one is online.
Keep forgetting we're online.
All right, our commissioner comments?
Yeah, I actually do have something to jump into. We're talking about like going with this ribbon cutting tomorrow about getting shirts for all of us.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
went over to Logo Thread, Andrew's the owner there, and to get a nice middle of the road golf shirts. That would be the collared shirt. The ladies would have 4 buttons, the men's would have 3 buttons, and then on the lapel, we would write just simply Newington EDC. Yeah, how does everybody feel about that? And then you'll just have to email me your sizes, since we do have the budget for it. They'll be $25 each.
I think
Again, it
our,
would be the Newington blue.
Yep.
And then the only question I have is, do you want the Newington in yellow and the EDC in white, or do you just want it all yellow or all white? I mean, those are.
I feel like I've seen like our logo and then like Parks and Rec underneath it. Like, do you want to put like the town logo and then?
Yeah, Andrew said that's really hard to.
Yep.
correct. It's not as simple as you think, because that's what I,
Well, what if he did it in color?
it's still very difficult.
fine.
So again, $25 for just writing the Newington EDC. I'm sure if we wanted to make it fancier, it's gonna be more expensive.
Okay,
And he said it's very difficult to stitch.
got it.
Sorry, Dee.
I know. I mean, look at
Does
it.
everyone, did that feel like?
Yeah.
I think I'm
Well,
okay.
just the chamber does this name tag, so I don't want to repeat the name, like, we don't want to repeat the name tag, because if we're going to events, we're gonna look like the same, or we really want to stand out
Mhm.
and really be present that, oh my gosh, the EDC's here.
Yes.
okay,
Okay, great, then I'll just send out an email to everybody, and everyone can just send me their sizes, and we'll run it up the flagpole, and,
Yeah, once you figure it out, give me a cost and I'll
okay,
see what I can do.
wonderful.
It's just, I'm sure he's a town vendor already.
I would think so.
yeah. He's the only game in town, I think. I mean, that's great. I hope he is.
Okay, cool.
So that's what I got.
And just briefly, I asked Eric, he was looking to see about business cards. If anybody else wants business cards, he'd love to know now so he can make a run. So either yay or nay if you want your own business cards. And the only thought was, if we are gonna be visible at community events or reaching out to people with questions, or people have questions for us, as your name has EDC on it, you can choose to put your email, your phone number, whatever you want to have on it, but just so that, I guess maybe I'm worried more about safety and identification when you walk in places. But so people know who you are. If anybody else wants them, Eric doesn't want to run them until he knows for sure
Yeah,
everybody.
I just want to get a
wants them.
response from everybody,
Yeah,
so.
okay.
What
I'll
do you
have
need
cards.
from us? Our names, our email, our cell phone? What?
Depends on what you want, what you're comfortable putting on the card.
My phone number is everywhere, so I don't really care. I put it on. a business
Yeah,
card, so
that's a little different,
So-
yeah.
If they don't want to, if I don't want to talk to them, I just hang out, so.
I'll take a step.
Okay.
I will.
Deanna?
I would like mine, I can do email, but I'd prefer my phone number not on
Oh,
it.
that's fine. I'm just getting the list of names right now
Oh,
and then I'll
got it.
push it
Yes,
out and I'll ask
please.
you what
Yes,
info
please.
you want on it. Fernando, yay, nay?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Paul?
Yes, please.
Paul, okay. Marissa?
I see a nodding.
Yes,
Yes, okay.
Send you an email, Eric.
Jonathan?
Sure,
Sure. All right.
thank you.
And welcome to the team. Jonathan appeared
Yes.
tonight. He just got signed as an alternate, so we invited him up here with us, so.
Okay, that's the majority of you. I'll see if I'll check with Teresa and Cliff. Okay.
any other comments?
I feel like we got a lot accomplished. in school. Like,
I just
Anybody?
wanted to
Anybody?
let you know that if Portuguese Club is not open, they are serving lunch from 11 to 3.
Excellent.
There's a number of activities that are now beginning to come together. The hall is done and downstairs is also done.
Excellent.
So that's one of the largest halls of the Greater Hartford.
It is.
Remind me how many it can hold?
About 300, depending how fat you get that day.
That's wonderful. We have had a restriction with other functions that we've tried to hold in town. Over 100 gets to be a problem.
No,
That's
our club I think the capacity is 305.
Wow. that's great.
It might be a little bit more if you're doing no chairs or just
Mhm.
standing up,
Yep.
but we're doing it about 305.
Wow. Good. That'll be wonderful.
That's awesome.
That's good to know.
Good.
All right, I don't think I have any other comments. Motion for adjournment?
Second.
All right.
All in favor?
I-
All right.
Very efficient tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. I do feel like we got a lot of.
Yeah.
It's not even.
Great.